And I loved seeing, like, when I posted the teaser of Boys, the fans online, like, realized, like, oh my god, wait, did you guys see that he posted this at the beginning of the Rhythm of Life? And I was like, yes, the lore. I'm creating lore.
So does that mean the lore
It's a Marvel universe.
What's up, friends? It's your girl, Emily Curl, back here at our iHeartRadio studios, and we are so excited because today we are joined by the one and only Frankie Grande is here. Can we give it up for Frankie?
Thank you so much. I clapped for myself. I was like, yay!
No, I love that.
I'm excited like it wasn't me.
Well, we are so excited to have you here. First off, you're glowing. You look amazing.
Oh my goodness, I'm having a really fun day.
The hair, the makeup, everything. I love this.
Doesn't move. I thought it was gonna like thrash, but it didn't.
It's a vibe. We're so happy to have you at iHeart because this is a great thing for us. It means that there's music coming, and you have made such an amazing music debut. This is so exciting. Why was right now the right time to release music?
I mean, the simple answer is like, it could never have been before this, like all of the things that have led me to this place in my life, like all came together at this moment, being on the board of GLAAD, being where I am in my sobriety, I'm coming up on 8 years sober next month, which is like so cool. And I don't think I could have done any of this at any earlier stage in my life. Access to the ability to create, to storytell, takes a certain amount of perspective and growth that I really didn't have prior to this.
Wow.
So, and I think also, like, if I had made this album or made this transition into pop early on in sobriety, or maybe when I wasn't sober, I don't think it would have gone well. So I think this is exactly the right time, right place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so many things happening. That's so exciting. Let's start with the music, and then we're going to dive into a few of these other things.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Rhythm of Love that you dropped.
Woohoo!
The fans immediately had such an instant response to this, which has to be, as an artist, so exciting for you. What was that like for you to see the fans react in such a positive way?
I mean, it was really unbelievable. It's like, to do something like this, like kind of at this stage in my life, I had no idea how it would be received, how it would be perceived. It's like, like I obviously, my sister is a very large pop star, so it's like I didn't know like how it would be received in like the culture and the zeitgeist in the world. I believe in the music.
Yeah.
I know that it is something that I put my heart and soul into, but it's scary.
Yeah.
My therapist said when you're an artist, it's like taking your skin and turning it inside out and showing it to the world, and then everyone can shit on it.
Oh,
and it's
God.
like, wow.
Yes.
I was like, you're so, like, because I was like,
this?
I'm nervous about releasing music. And she was like, yeah, duh. Like, that's so vulnerable what you do. So the fact that it was so well received and people loved the music, loved the words, and were so excited by this, this new path that I was taking, it meant the world to me. It really did. And I was not expecting it, like I was braced for the worst. I was like, ugh, they're going to destroy me. But everyone loved it.
Yeah,
it was great.
Like you said, again, such a positive reaction, but how do you mentally prepare? Again, releasing music is a really vulnerable thing.
Yeah.
How do you prepare to release like a baby into the world?
Yes, exactly. It's definitely giving birth.
Yes.
I didn't think about it very much, to be honest. I was just kind of like,
like,
all of a sudden
I
it was
feel
like
good about
here.
this. Yeah.
And it's like, the speed at which the music industry goes, like it literally was like we finished the song, shot the music video, serviced it out, and then it was out. Like it just happens so quickly, and you're moving at the speed of light. So you don't really get a chance to freak out too much about the future. Like literally the music video for Boys is locked, loaded, and immediately I'm thinking about the next music video. Like we're already on to the next and it's not even out
Yes.
yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it goes really quickly. So I'm just trying to stay present and in this moment and not be in the anxiety of what if and when and blah.
And so much time and energy, you know this, so much time and energy and love and creativity goes into bringing these projects to life.
Yeah.
And the visuals alone, you mentioned, I mean, we were talking about this before, Rhythm of Love, you shot in the box in New York, which is such an iconic place.
Come on, the box.
You're also the creative director behind this video.
Yeah.
Walk me through the process and how you wanted to bring that to life and what that was like for you as an artist getting to do that side of it.
Yeah, it was really amazing. I had such a strong vision for what I wanted the Rhythm of Love music video to be. Also, like, I knew as my first music video as a recording artist, like, I wanted it to be spectacular. I wanted to be like, I'm arrived. This isn't like a little thing. This isn't like, ooh, like, I'm resurrecting my YouTube channel and my YouTuber and I'm like an influencer and I'm gonna like make a song. It's like, no, I'm like coming.
Yes, exactly.
Like, this is real.
Yes.
And so I wanted to put that kind of creative energy behind it. I wanted to get the budget to make it look good. Like, I was fighting for this music video. And I'm so proud of it. But I wrote the whole treatment myself. Also because the song, it is about a time in my life where I was in a dark place, but I saw community around me.
Oh, wow.
And I saw like the opportunity to make a different choice, and I wasn't ready to make that choice yet.
Oh, wow.
So that's what the music video, I wanted to be able to convey that and make it, in this video we made it about a boy, like it wasn't like drugs and alcohol, like what I was actually going through.
Right.
It's about like that boy, like you're
Yeah.
at a club and you're like, ugh, he doesn't want you. He wants nothing to do. He doesn't care. But you're obsessed with him, and you can't like let him go. Where is he going? Is he talking to somebody else? I'm like, it's like that
Most universal.
obsession.
Oh yeah, we all know that feeling.
Yeah, I made it about a boy to make him a little bit more universal,
Yeah.
and make it a little bit more watchable than like doing a full like The Joker or something. You know what I'm saying?
And I loved watching
But
it.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
so good.
So it was just it meant so much to me to make sure that it was right.
I also love the little teaser of Boys. In the video, it's like the little Easter egg.
Yes.
I picked it up and on it immediately, and I was like, wait a minute, that's such a cool tie-in that you don't know until you hear the rest of the music.
Yes, and I loved seeing like when I posted the teaser of Boys, the fans online like realized like, oh my god, wait, did
like,
you
wait
guys
a
see
minute.
that he posted this at the beginning of the Rhythm of Life? And I was like, yes, the lore. I'm
The
creating lore.
So does that mean the lore
It's a
is-
Marvel universe.
Yeah, bring us into the world, baby. Does
Yes.
that mean the lore continues in other music videos and other songs? It's like,
Maybe you'll have to
Love.
see. But yes, I had an idea immediately when I wrote the treatment for Rhythm of Love. I had an idea how to connect the first 3 singles. So through storytelling and visuals. So
so exciting. Okay, so let's talk about Boys. You kind of touched on this.
yes, Boys.
I love
Yeah, isn't it
the
a fun song?
I love
Thank
this
you.
song.
Thank
Can't wait
you.
to see the video. Okay, so
Thank you.
tell us about this song and what this one means to you.
Oh my goodness, it's just so throughout the project, which is called Hotel Rock Bottom, that's the name of the project. We go throughout my life journey. Sobriety, Hotel Rock Bottom is like the spine of the album. It is my sober journey. It's where we go from the debaucherous pre to the sober after post. So like the album actually is in chronological order in the events of my life.
No way.
Yeah, so it's really fun in that way.
Oh wow! And what a personal journey you must have gone on to even like see it as a whole and get through, like even to see this album.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
To then go back and realize, oh wow, I didn't write it in chronological order, but like when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, you can play this in chronological order, and it kind of sounds really correct.
Wow.
And so that was a fun way to just like when you're, because ordering tracks on an album is like can be like kind of daunting and scary, and I just put it in chronological order, and I was like, perfect. Great, we did it. We did it.
Yes.
So Boys comes at a time in my life where I was just brand newly sober, so I was about a year sober, and I was on a quest to prove to the world that I was still fun, that I was still gonna have a good time, and that I was still like gonna be a party boy, even though I'm a sober party boy. Yeah. And so in sobriety, you're told not to get into a relationship until 1 year after you're sober. So great, 1 year and 1 day. This girl went to Fire Island, and she was like, I am ready, and bring on all of the boys. And they did. They came. They came, meaning they came, like they're coming to me, not like don't go in the gutter, like calm down. But so yes, it was a very free, very liberating, very expressive weekend on Fire Island that with lots of boys.
Okay,
and that's
I
what
love
the
this.
song is about.
And I love that that's chronicles
that.
that like chronicles that time in your life.
Yes.
Okay, because this is like it was fun, it was free. I'm sure you're like yes.
It was so beautiful and so like liberating. And for the music video, we partnered with Mister, which is a men's sexual health company who helps provide PrEP and DoxyPep for free to access to LGBTQ plus members of the community. And it's so awesome that I got to like have this song about sexual freedom and joy and liberation, and then partner with this amazing company who's doing so much for the community.
Yeah, what an amazing collaboration.
Yeah,
that
it was
worked out so
awesome.
well.
Yeah.
And I know you've mentioned so much about your sobriety journey, 8 years sober, which is honestly amazing.
Yeah.
What has sobriety given you in your life?
Oh, everything. I was really, really getting to a dark place, and I was really lost, and I had almost severed all of the relationships in my life. Like, I didn't have like good relationships with my friends, good relationships with my family. I was very isolated. I was very alone, and all of that has been repaired. Like, I have a relationship with my mom, with my sister. I have my best friends. I have my community. I have a phone that I can pick up and like immediately be connected to somebody. Like, instead of picking up a drink or a drug, you pick up the phone. And it's really beautiful.
Who was the first person that encouraged you, like, in your sobriety journey?
Well, my sister was the first person I asked for help, which was, a big step for me. I think if you're out there and you're struggling with drug and alcohol abuse, the hardest thing is to ask for help, but you should just do it, because when you ask, all of a sudden you're surrounded by help. Everyone's like, oh, great, I'm so glad you asked. But like, it's very hard if you're a family member, and I know this from talking to, and also being on the other side with other people in my life, if they're not asking for help, you can't really impose it on them. So just ask for help, and it will come. It will come.
And now I'm sure so many fans have related to your story. How many fans now come up to you and tell you about their own journey? Like, what does that mean for you? And has there been a lot of like memorable fan moments?
Yeah, it has been. With sobriety, and also with just being as out loud and proud as I am. I've had many, people come up to me and be like, "You inspired me to come out of the closet to my family," and like that just makes me start crying, because, I have been out loud and proud in so many areas of media. And, part of this desire to create music was to be like, where else can I do this? Where else can I make an impact? Being on the board of GLAAD, like, where else can I have an impact during a time where the LGBTQ plus community is continually being silenced, being oppressed, being scapegoated? Where can I make a difference? And music was what came to mind.
Wow. And so many people, this album is going to be the soundtrack to so many deep parts of their life, which is really emotional. For you, when you think of the album that really gave you permission to be yourself, what is that one album that sticks out to you?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Oh, my God, I'm going to be such a dork. I'm going to say Madonna's Something to Remember.
Oh, yes.
And I remember the way that you changed me. Like, I love her so much. So,
well, what about that album in particular?
Well, it has Rain on it, which is like my favorite. My first cassette I ever got was Rain. Cassette. Yes, I said cassette. For all of you out there, don't know what a cassette is. A little plastic device you stick into a Walkman.
Oh, yeah,
put over your ears. So I had cassette to Rain. This used to be my playground. Like, these amazing Take a Bow. These amazing ballads. Like, this was Madonna's like most connected until she got to Ray of Light. It was Something to Remember. Was her like introspective phase, and I don't know. I was so young, but I was like relating to this.
Yes.
I didn't even know I was queer when I was a kid, so like I was very confused. But when I saw Madonna, I was like, I think I'm that. Like, what is that?
Yeah, that's
her.
me.
I'm a her. Like, I'm her. And now I have the blonde curls, too. So, like, you can see, like, I was heavily influenced by Madonna.
Full embodiment. Obviously, being part of such a musical family, too. Like, walk me through, like, what was it like in your house growing up? And specifically, as you got a little bit older, like, when you would have dinner all together, what were those dinner table conversations like?
Really musical and very loud. We're Italian. It was, growing up, my mom took me, I went to go see Madonna when I was 7.
Oh my God.
She did this.
Was that the light? Was
Blonde
that the
Ambition
best?
Tour. Me, 7 years old.
Was that the best night of your life? Like, were you floating on a cloud?
Yes. And then I saw Elton John, and I saw Billy Joel.
Yes.
And I was really young, so she exposed me to a lot of music and a lot of culture.
Yeah.
So it was we were a lot of dancing in our house, a lot of fun when it was just me and my mom. And then when my sister came along, it like quickly transitioned into more dancing and Celine Dion and NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and then it was musical theater.
Oh.
So once musical theater was thrown into the mix, it was just always singing, always dancing, always acting, and there was always a performance in our house.
And now you and Ari doing music together, that has to be such a cool like relationship that you guys get to share this insane talent that you have in the family. What does that look like for you guys collaborating at this point? Are you sending music back and forth? Like, does she weigh in on your songs?
She does, and it's been the most helpful and loving thing. Like, she gave me the encouragement to do this. I played her the first song that I ever wrote, like, and I was terrified to do so.
Was she the first person you played it for?
Yeah. She was like, I played it for a few friends, but like then it was that one of my friends was like, you should play her the song. And I was like, what song? Play the song. What song? What are you talking about? And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I was so scared. I was so nervous. Like, what if it sucked? You know what I'm saying? But she heard it and she started crying and she was like, you need to do this. You need to keep going. So she gave me the encouragement to keep doing this. And then throughout the process, you know, she came to the studio, she listened to the songs.
Oh,
she would be like,
wow.
what if you tried this on this hook or this bridge? And like, you know, I think she's such a genius musically. So it was really fun to like ask her opinion and her to be like, yeah, try this. And it was like, it felt surreal to me because, you know, I'm the older brother. She followed in my footsteps. I went to Broadway, then she came right after me,
Right.
and now it's the opposite. So like it's so great, you know, to
Yes.
then like have that kind of reciprocal relationship where
Of
like she's gone to
course.
pop, and now I'm like coming to pop music, and she gets to lead the way, and I get to ask her questions.
Yes,
and be
it's
like,
so
okay, this is what I
special.
think about. Like, what do you think about this teaser? Should I drop it on this day?
Oh,
like,
amazing.
we
Yeah,
get to do
even, like, the
rollout
strategy,
plans.
yes, behind all of that.
Yeah, because she's so good at that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's so cool to see you guys support each other. I've got to ask you too. I mean, Wicked this whole last year, what a whirlwind.
Yep. Mhm.
What was that like for you, like as a brother, to witness this? And what was your reaction the first time that you saw it on the screen?
Okay, so my sister is very smart, and she knew that my mother and I needed to see it before anyone else because we would be absolutely inconsolable, and we were absolutely inconsolable. Literally, it starts, and my da 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 da. I am weeping, I'm screaming, I'm hyperventilating. I'm like, and she was like, I'm so glad I showed this to you alone
She knew.
and not in the theater. Because like, can you imagine if we were in the premiere?
My
Can you
God.
imagine?
We would
With
all
like
love that
1,000
though.
people, we were like,
We can't hear much, but
like literally, like Ariana's like, okay, guys, and I was like, you knew this was gonna
You
happen. Just
knew.
let us live. And we're just like tissues and like plugging our eyes. It was
Wow.
a very emotional time. I didn't pee because I was really invested in not missing anything. And
I'm sure your
and they
tears
could have
were
paused
coming
it.
out,
Like we
yeah.
were in an editing room.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that I permanently injured my bladder that day. I was like, they needed to carry me to the bathroom because I was literally like, afterwards, I was like, this
An
is
emotional
amazing. And then I was like,
experience.
and then I just realized I was like, I've been holding my pee for like 3 hours, and then I was like, someone needs to carry me. Someone needs to carry me. Carry me to the bathroom. And they did. Someone did. It was really nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I think it was Myron, the editor. He might have carried me to the bathroom.
Wow.
Of Wicked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of-
Oscar-nominated man carried me to the bathroom. Yeah.
It's a good fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, speaking of the editor, have you seen anything Wicked for Good? Have you
Not
seen any of the
yet.
cuts? Do you know any of?
No.
Okay, so you
I'm
know
not gonna
no
tell you
tea.
anything. I have no
You don't
tea. I
gotta
haven't
ask.
seen it. I think it's going to be much closer to release this time around.
Yes,
But I
okay.
hopefully will have the same experience because it was really fun and really
I
special to
bet.
do that. But yeah, I'm gonna I think it'll be closer to release date. I
Yes,
think.
yes.
Yeah.
We cannot wait for that. Well, we talked about your sobriety anniversary, which is huge.
Yes,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Another anniversary we have to celebrate is you and your husband. Yes, so you're coming up on your third wedding anniversary, right?
Yes,
This is 3
yes,
years.
3 years.
He just FaceTimed right before
We
this.
did, we
He's
did.
adorable.
He's so sweet.
What's the best part about being married?
Oh my God. You know, it's like just having your person and our puppy is like such an amazing thing. And, you know, earlier in a different interview, somebody was like, you know, like, what do you do when you're out late at the club and like everyone's partying and you just want to leave? I'm like, you leave. Like, you just go home.
Yeah.
I go home to my husband. I go home to my dog. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
it's so great. He's sober from birth. So it's like he's never had a drink or a drug in his life.
Wow.
And it's like just having that level of love and support like at home at all times has really changed the way that I interact with the world
that's so
in a really
interesting.
beautiful way.
And are y'all big anniversary people? Like, how do you celebrate your anniversary?
Yes, so we got married on May the 4th, be with you. We are big Star Wars fans. I just told you I need to go
Yes.
home to watch Star Wars
I
Andor.
can't wait to hear
I need
your
to
thoughts.
finish Star Wars
Yes.
Andor tonight. Yeah, like, so we've been celebrating at Star Wars Land. So, like, the first
God.
one I think we went to the
That's
Star Wars
amazing.
Hotel. The second one we went to Star Wars Land, and the third one we went to Star Wars Land.
What a perfect match.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally a match made in heaven. That's
And it's
amazing.
so fun, and it's like we know. I'm not gonna forget the anniversary. It's May the 4th be with you.
It's so easy.
And it's like it's really fun, and you're like we are kids at heart.
Yeah.
We are gamers at heart, and that's our love language is gaming. It's like
Yeah.
he's like if we're not playing Mario Wonder or Mario Party or Sackboy or Pummel Party. It's like, we're like, we should do that.
Yeah, you're like, that sounds fun.
We're like, we need to do that right now.
I love that.
Honey, we haven't played games in a while. Let's go.
What about with you and Ari? Do you guys ever double date? Like, is that something?
Yeah, we do. I mean, but we mostly have game nights.
Oh.
Family game nights, and Hale is the game master of our family. So he introduces new games to everybody. The newest one that he's trying to get to stick with our family, and it's just slowly happening, is 5 Crowns. I don't know if you know that game.
I don't know this
It's a great game. It's a card game. It's a cool game.
Okay,
I highly recommend it. Actually, Nicole from Big Brother taught it to me when we were reindeer games together. I brought it to Hale. Hale brought it to the family. So
who's the most competitive in the family?
Oh God, Hale.
Which
is
really?
crazy
So he's
because I am the most competitive.
Yeah, because I
person
feel
around.
like I would have guessed you.
I know, and he out-competes me. He's so intense, screaming, getting up, but in a fun way. Not but it's he gets into character.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna get you, and it's like, I'm coming, ha! He's very animated. He's a chess streamer also, so he's very smart. Streams chess online on Twitch, so you can watch him, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs about rooks and bishops and checkmates and
That's
things.
so funny. Okay, listen, I've got to ask you. So many fans online, I'm sure you've seen this, are dying for you to be on the Traitors.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about this? And is this going to happen? And is it happening?
Am I announcing it here?
I got excited.
I absolutely want to be on the Traitors.
You would be so
I want to turn the fashions. Yes. I want to win some games.
Yes.
I want to make some friends. I want to make some enemies. I think I would be fantastic on that show. So I think it's only a matter of time.
Do you want to go in as a faithful or a traitor? What would be ideal?
I think I would want to go in as faithful.
You would?
Yeah. I would want, listen, when I play Mafia, I'm always when I see that card that says T, you're a townsperson, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And there's so many fun twists and ways to get into power on Twitters. There's so many fun twists on Twitters. There's so many ways for you to gain power throughout the game that I think it would be fun to do that. I think it's almost a disadvantage to start as a traitor.
Yeah, it's tough, right?
Yeah.
It's tough. You have to have some serious gameplay too. You have to really think it through. If you were to get on this next season, who would be ideal that you'd also love to be in this cast?
Well, I would obviously want some of my Big Brother friends to be there. I think it would be great to play with Nicole. I just mentioned Nicole.
Yes.
It would be great. I would love to play with Nicole. She and I have had the most up and down relationship inside of the Big Brother house, and we have ended on a very high place. She was my number one ally in reindeer games. So it's cool to have been someone that I evicted 2 times. The first time I played Big Brother.
But traitors
twice
can get
I got her out,
treacherous,
and
though.
she was mad at me, and now we're really good friends. So it's fun.
Okay, last question for you is, I know you touched on this, but the album.
Yes.
Give us the full rundown. It is out this summer.
Yes.
We've got some teasers, but what can you tell us about what we can expect? I know your fans are so excited.
Okay, so the genre, which is I'm petitioning to be an official genre on Billboard, is space dance rock pop. So,
space dance rock.
Yeah, obviously,
yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
And I think as you hear it, you're gonna hear the Sonics make sense. You're what's space dance rock pop? When you listen to the album, you'll understand. I literally in every session was it needs to sound more like Epcot. And they're what do you mean? And I was when you're walking around Epcot and it's so we have a lot of
those.
Yes, it kind of progresses as dance rock pop. Again, starts really clubby and gritty, and then it gets a little rocky, and then goes really poppy. And we end with what is, I wrote a gay wedding song, for me and my husband, and also because I realized I was watching Heartstopper season 2.
Oh.
I loved it more than anything.
Yes.
And they went to prom together, the boys, and they danced to Carly Rae Jepsen. And listen, I love an ally, but that should have been a gay man singing that song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wrote a song for that moment, and I hope it's in the movie.
Wow, and that ends the album? That's
Yeah.
the last song on the album? Mm-hmm. What's that one called? Can you tell us?
It's called Bound to You.
Bound to You?
Bound to
Oh
You.
my God.
Which is bound to you, but also bound to you.
Bound to
You know
you.
what I'm saying? It's maybe it's a leather wedding, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Sense.
Yeah, it's a little double entendre.
Yeah, right?
But it's it's my gay wedding song.
We're truly so excited for you. I cannot wait for this project, and we're so honored to have you here. This is a big moment.
I'm so honored that we literally match.
No, I love us.
What is happening?
I love us. We planned
How
this.
did this happen?
Next time I'm getting some of these.
Me too.
Frankie, we love you.
Thank
Giving
you.
it up one more time for Frankie Grande. in our
I'm not gonna clap
studio. Stay, move in, come back anytime. Thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here, and don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. See you next time.